Welcome back. It's the Flow Friday Sports Show on Flow FM, and it's time to have a look at the Riverland Footy League. Ben Venning is on the line with me to recap the last round of the season. Beaver into finals this weekend. Can you believe it?
Nah, where's this year going, mate? It's unbelievable. But look, the weather's starting to warm up, and always does this time of year. And looking forward to it, seeing who pans out and who's going to win the premiership this year.
Absolutely. Springtime is a good signifier that finals footy has arrived, and it's arriving in the Riverland Footy League tomorrow. Before we talk about that, though, let's look back to the last round of the season. We'll start with Waikerie. They went down by 2 points on the road to Loxton North, 7-9-51 to 7-7-49. A nice, tight, low-scoring game here.
Yeah, no, it was. Look, not the way the Waikerie want to finish the season. Loxton North actually really come out and play some great footy, and their run and their carry, and just seemed to, I think our boys probably went out there thinking it was just going to happen, and they turned up to play, and they certainly did a great job. And Kudra, he was unbelievable. His run and how quick he was, and just broke through our zones. And Jolly Worsford as well had a great game. Zachy Wall just had a great year, and probably go close to win their best. Ferris, he had a good game. Sherpy, Hample in the ruck. Nitschke was also good. Geez, they named everyone the best players, didn't they? But no, look, they were really good. And Tyler Wagner's been playing a bit of B-grade footy. He looked really good, sitting up there at full 40, kicked 2. And Hutchinson, one of their real young ones, Kudra, Scotty Lewis, and probably is going to be his last game, I'd imagine. Some of Ryan Proud, I'm pretty sure he's going to hang up the boots. And Waldridge, they have a better scores. For us, Tristan Geeman did his best across halfback. Had a lot of the ball. Benny Smith for the midfield had a good game. Stevie Hoyser on his wing. Angus Levy coming off the bench and gave us plenty of run and tried to spark us up. Jack Colbert went forward, kicked a couple of goals in that last quarter and gave us a stiff. But Harry Glacken, number under 18, who had a good game as well. But Colbert with 2, Spenceley, Sumner 2, and Braun with 1. So, look, we definitely had our chances. We peppered that last quarter. Panthers outscored us in number of shots, but there was a couple of goals right at the end we could have kicked and probably could have won. But, it's what it is. And Panthers finished the season on the high, and hopefully the boys can spark back into gear this week when they take on Loxton in the first semi. And
a pretty interesting quarter-by-quarter rundown. No surprise to see that it was a pretty low-scoring game, because I'm guessing there was a fair bit of wind about, and there was a scoring end. Loxton North, 1 point in the second quarter and only 1 point in the fourth quarter. And for Waikerie, no score at all during the third quarter. So is that accurate? There was a pretty clear scoring end?
Yes, it was one of those beautiful windy days at Loxton North. Everyone knows, who's listening, who comes from the Riverland knows what I'm talking about. Definitely played down one end of that ground and made most of the game anyway. And typical Loxton North windy day.
Always makes for an interesting contest when the weather plays such a big part. Let's move on to Barmera Monash's win over Renmark, 9-11-65 to 5-7-37. So as we discussed last week, that was the battle for the minor premiership. Barmera Monash get top spot on the ladder, and it looks like the big goal kickers didn't go too well on the scoreboard. Nick Gillard with a couple. I think that claimed him the league-leading goal kicker award.
No, it certainly did. There was a late withdrawal. Actually, Beachy pulled out just for the game and didn't end up playing. So he couldn't even try and win the leading goal kicking. So, for the Roos to go out there and have a win like that, and what I'd say is a pretty convincing, win really. 20 scoring shots to 12, 65 to 37. They didn't kick very straight either. And without probably what I'd say is their best player in their team, and obviously their main goal scorer in Beach. Sets them up really nicely for this weekend, and any time you get to rest one of your best players and still go and beat the team that's trying to get you off top spot, it's a good sign for them going into this weekend. Spilios was their best, Justin Bonney, Jack Austin up against his old Renmark team. He was third best. Butterworth, Dylan, and Drugamullah. For Renmark, Timmy Wolford probably his best. White, Garrett, Edwards, Hammond, Callan. They have a better players. Goal scorers for Barmera Monash. Smith, Spilios and Wesley with 2. Dylan, Drugamullah, Freeman with 1. For Renmark, Nick Gillard with 2. So that'll sew him up to win the leading goal kicker with 44 for the year, just in front of Jono Beach with 42. Luke Carter came third with 30. So they're well out in front. And Jono obviously missed a lot of footy. So I guess if he played most of the year, he probably would have won it. But well done to Nick Gillard, a great effort. Jackson, Perry and Thorpe, the other goal scorers for Renmark, sorry. So Yeah, it should be interesting this weekend, the second semi with those two battling out again.
Absolutely will be interesting. Renmark know exactly what they need to fix up. They got a good look at their opposition in that one. And last game of the round, Loxton 15-19, 109, beating Berry 6-8-44.
Yeah, look, Loxton needed to get back on the winners list, didn't they? They've had a few disappointing weeks and a few big losses against the top sides, and they need to find some momentum going into this weekend, and they certainly did that. And probably a good time to play the bottom side to get some confidence going. And 15-19 is a huge score in any game of footy. Demons still were able to kick a few goals, which is good. So they kicked 6-8, but yeah, clearly Loxton the better team and had a good win. So Jesse Will for them, Bess, Harder, Yeomans, Evan, Kennedy and Bougen. For Berry, Rosenzweig, Langford, Maroney, Brower and Woolston. Goal scorers for Loxton, Harder was 6, Proud, Romeo with 2, Bougen, Campbell, Gutschke, Kennedy, Yeomans with 1. For Berry, Maroney with 2, Brower, Dale, Greer and Sumner with 1. So Demons, they would have had their silly Sunday, Mad Monday, no doubt, and unfortunately, got away with 2 wins for the season, which is better than last year, but still a lot of improvement they need to make, and no doubt will look to have a big pre-season, try and recruit a few key players and get their young ones up and about and try and get up that ladder again.
Great to see them get 2 wins on the board, and great to see one of the leagues that we cover that's not just having someone at the top undefeated, someone at the bottom winless, and a pretty clear pecking order. It is really all up for grabs going into finals. Barmera Monash finished top at 13-3, Renmark 12-4, hot on their heels. Waikerie and Loxton both at 8-8. Waikerie ahead on percentage. Then Loxton North 5-11 and Berry 2-14. So even though there's a pretty clear top 2 and a pretty clear bottom team, it is a reasonably equal league from top to bottom. And we even saw Berry upset Barmera Monash a few weeks ago. So you never know what's going to happen here in the Riverland.
Yeah, absolutely. And, history shows it's, even when we're up the top, you still had to be on your game to go out and win. And, we won't normally have those real big discrepancies. We've had a few this year, obviously, and, Berry probably in recent times have had some, big shellackings kicked against them. But, it generally is a close comp. And, I'm sure the final series this year that we're about to go into is exactly going to be the same.
Well, let's have a look at it. Waikerie and Loxton playing at Berry on Sunday. Huge game, as we just said. They both finished 8-8 for the year, so 2 very evenly matched teams here in this elimination final. Yeah,
absolutely. Should be a ripper of a game at Berry, so a smaller oval, no one gets home ground advantage. For Waikerie, you've got to shut down blokes like William Gutschke when he's up and about. He's one of the best players in the league, and I know he's been injured quite a bit this year, so we're going to have to watch him. Luke Carter, obviously, up and about, kicking 6 last week. Adam Proud's been good since coming back in. Jesse Will, their captain's been good for the midfield. They've got some good defenders as well, so up against Byron Sumner at 4-4, probably Carl Smith will go to him. Jack Berge, hopefully he can have a good game this weekend, give us plenty of looking across half forward there. Brody Rollins will probably take him. In the ruck, it's going to be interesting to Prince, their big recruit, up against our young one, 19-year-old Bradley Berge. He's been doing a great job all year. It's going to be a tough one to choose, to pick. Obviously, I'll be hoping Waikerie get a win. Obviously, disappointing loss last week, but hopefully that, kicks them back into gear and they can get out into this weekend and play some of the footy they've been playing during the year. And Loxton always come and they got a good size, some good people in playing in there. Venning Yeomans even in there, ex-Glenelg footballer, so they've got some depth there as well. So it won't be easy, but hopefully the Magpies can get there at Berry and have a win.
And we've got Barmera Monash playing Renmark at Loxton Oval, the rematch of last weekend's battle to finish top. Now it's a battle to book a ticket to the grand final.
Absolutely. Well, Barmera are going to go in favourites, I guess, after last week's win. They'll get John O'Beach back in this week. They've named her at full forward. So good luck to whoever stands him. He's a great player. They got Tim Blight named at fullback, so whether Blighty will go to him or not, but it's going to be a difficult one. Obviously, Mason Middleton at centre forward could take a big grab. Will feed John O'Beach a lot as well. The Wolfers have been great for Renmark this year. There's a few Renmark blokes that are getting older too, so this could be one of their last cracks at having a premiership. So I'm sure they're going to be up and about. I'm not picking them yet, but I'm guessing Trevor Thorpe, Harry Beavis, Jared Rowe, they're all probably, even Tim Blight are probably contemplating putting the boots away after this season. Not confirmed, but they're definitely getting on. And so they want to go out there and finish on a bang. So it should be a ripper of a game. They've bit off a bit of rivalry in the last 2 years because they've been the two best sides in the comp. So I'm guessing she'll be on for young and old. And look, after last week, I went with Renmark last week and I got it wrong. And I didn't realise Beach wasn't playing either until the last minute he pulled out. So look, I think I'm going to turn this week and go with Barmer after last week's result and John O'Beach back in. I think they'll have too much this week. If Beach can kick a bag, they're going to win. So Barmer to win this weekend.
Pretty hard to tip against them after the display they showed last weekend, but they are both going to be absolutely cracking games in the Riverland Footy League. Plenty at stake. Beaver, enjoy the action. Thank you for all that info, and we'll check in again next Friday.
Good on you, Dan. Have a good weekend, mate.